I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about OnlyFans. You asked for this, okay? You asked for this. Last time, you guys wanted to know more about my OnlyFans. I'm going to give it to you. I'm gonna give you what you want. This time, I am trying on a bunch of swimsuits that I got from Shein. For every swimsuit that I try on, I'm gonna answer a question. I'm gonna tell you everything that I learned in my experience for 5 years doing OnlyFans, and I was very successful, let me tell you that. I was always in the top 5 creators, and I mean, what more can I say? So let's get into this video. All right, we're starting off strong with this leather. This is like a leather textured swimsuit. It's a 2-piece. The back, it's not too thongy, but it clearly shows a lot there. I like to wear it like this, and I also like to cross it on my neck here. I think black is one of my favorite colors to wear. So we're gonna get into the first question. Why did you start OnlyFans? I kind of went over this in my last video of my Shein haul. Basically, I started OnlyFans because I was working 3 jobs at the time and I was struggling to make rent. I was with my ex-boyfriend at the time. We were about to get kicked out of our apartment and I was trying to figure out a way to make money. Like, you know, doing the entrepreneur thing, like how can I make money right now? Someone brought it up to me and asked if I was ever going to start an OnlyFans, and I didn't know what it was. I've never heard about it. So I was curious and I was like, what is that? And they kind of like let me know that it's like a subscription based thing. At that time I was like, no, like I would never do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put myself in that situation. Like, just everything negative that you can go through your mind if you're first starting an OnlyFans. And I kind of talked to my ex when he came home and I was like, look, we need to figure something out. You know, this person did mention this to me. I did a little bit of research about it and I was like, well, it sounded pretty promising. I've seen a lot of success stories about it, and I don't know, I think we really just hit rock bottom, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it out for 1 week. So that's what I did. There's a lot that goes into it. I'll make a separate video of how you can actually make an OnlyFans and be successful in it. Within the first week, I pretty much made $5,000 and I was able to pay my rent. I was just flabbergasted because all I was doing was posting lingerie pictures. Like I was like, no way am I getting paid for this right now. When you make that amount of money in such a short amount of time with not really much effort, I mean, what are you supposed to think? Like, that was just insane to me. I've never made that much money in a month, and I was working 3 jobs. 3 jobs, and I still couldn't even pay my rent. And I took a picture of myself and I paid my rent. That's just crazy for me to think about. That's why I started OnlyFans. Basically, it was because I was on my all-time low and I needed a way to make money fast, and it did help me make money fast. This is the black leather swimsuit. Get me back shot, front shot. All right, moving on. Okay, so this is, I only got the top for this one. What color is this? This is like a maroon burgundy, like the lining is like maroon burgundy, and then it has the black background with the cherries on it. This is what it looks like in the back. This string is kind of really long. The next question, the next T. How much money were you making? Okay, obviously when you are doing something like this, money is gonna fluctuate and it all depends on how much effort you put into it. I've had months that I range from $2,000 to $10,000 that I've made in a month. I went hardcore. After I saw how much money I could make on it, I went pretty hardcore the first year that I was doing OnlyFans. I built my community in there, so the people who were subscribed to me stayed subscribed to me for like the 5 years that I was doing OnlyFans. The first year, I went pretty hardcore. I was making consistently like 5 to 7 grand a month. 1 month I hit 10 grand. And then after that, I decided to kind of like slow down on it because I was putting a lot of time, I was putting a lot of effort into it, and I really wanted to focus on my other hobbies. So I wasn't posting as consistently, but because I built that community, I was still getting paid even though I wasn't doing as much work. And that's how it goes with any business that you're trying to create. You're going to put a lot of effort in the beginning of you building that business. When the business is built and it just kind of runs itself. I really was only posting like once or twice a week, which if you were following me on Instagram during that time, you could tell that I had a lot of free time. I was always at the springs, I was always in a trail, I was always traveling. And yeah, I made like 2 to 5 grand without really putting any effort into it within those 2 years. So the last couple of years that I was doing it, I decided to go hardcore at it again because I had a bigger goal, and during that time I was making anywhere between 5 to 10 grand every single month. yeah, you can definitely make more. People make so much more than I do, putting way more effort into it, actually hiring marketing teams, actually hiring people to produce the content for them. I didn't do that. I did everything by myself. I promoted everything by myself. So I was happy with where I was at. Yeah, there you go. Anywhere between 2 to 10 grand, that's how much I made. Let's move on to the next swimsuit. Let me give you a last look of what this swimsuit looks like. You go back and front, and let's move on. All right. This is the next set. I really like this one because it is strapless. This is what the back looks like for the bandeau. And this is actually the bottoms that came with it. So these are not the same as the other bottoms that I had on. But I really like it. I'll definitely be wearing this, especially when I want to tan my upper body and don't want to get the strap lines. Move on to the next question. These are all the questions. Okay. Did you ever send something you didn't want to? Yes, that's just like the plain and simple answer. As I got deeper and deeper into doing OnlyFans, I felt more pressured to create better content or more content and expose myself more than what I actually wanted to. If I would go back and do this all over again, I probably would stick to my rule set that I set myself in the beginning. A lot of people would request a bunch of videos, but eventually, as time went on, I did send more things, more requests that were coming in than I really would wanted to. So people request some really weird things, okay? People are into weird things, and that's just it. To answer that question, yes. The answer is yes. This is a set. I really do like this set. It was probably one of my favorite ones that I got. I'm gonna try on bottoms now. So these are the bottoms. I really like green. Green is actually my favorite color. Bottoms. All the bottoms are pretty much the same when it comes to the back. I like this cut for the bottoms. That's my favorite type of cut to wear. I'm not really picky. I don't really have to have a matching set. I don't really care if I match or not. If someone wants to be like, oh my god, your bathing suit isn't matching, then I would probably just be like, okay. Honestly, I do say that OnlyFans has helped me so much when it comes to people telling me their opinions. I don't get offended anymore because I'm just like, what else do you gotta say, bro? You're stating the obvious right now. Okay, what is the #1 advice for other creators? Okay, so this honestly should probably go in another video, but people have asked me this a lot. So my #1 advice for creators is never do something you're not uncomfortable with. That goes with the last thing that I just told you guys, that stick to your lines. Set yourself rules in the beginning. Follow your rules, okay? People might get butthurt if you say no to them, but they're there for you. They're there to look at you, and they will take what they can get. So if you say no to whatever they're requesting from you, yeah, they might be like, oh, like, why'd I pay for this? And then they're gonna go buy something else. I promise you, don't post anything you are uncomfortable with. That's a really short answer because it's pretty straightforward, and I'm gonna make another video on it, so we don't really need to go much farther into it. These are the green bottoms, and I'm gonna switch to the next. Right now, I am showing you the orange bottoms that I got. Again, it's good quality. It's the same cut in the back. I normally don't go for like highlight colors. I feel like it's just like, bah, like, wow. I do think that like highlight orange makes my skin looks really tan. The question for this fit is, let's see. Why did you stop? There's really not much to it. I honestly just kind of outgrew it. I did it for 5 years. I was making good money, but I was ready to move on. I wanted to do something more. I just decided to kind of stop doing that and put more focus in building my YouTube channel, building my Instagram page, and building my fitness community so I can build my programs and make an app and maybe open a gym. Like, that's honestly just why I stopped. There's no other crazy reason. I actually really like this bottom, and again, you can wear them with the top. Black, orange, you can wear with the top, and that's what it looks like. So we're gonna move on to the next one. Some of you might remember this one from my last video that I posted, but the reason why I got this was because I wanted a swimsuit where I can kind of move around in and not have to worry about things popping out, and it still shows enough in the back where I feel confident, but I definitely feel safe and secure. There's a little bit of side boob there. Like, it's pretty sexy, but it's really secure. So I'm able to run on the beach and play some games. Okay, we're gonna move on to the last question. Would you do it again? The very honest, short answer is no. I'm not gonna do it again. I wouldn't do it again. Why? because I feel like that was a part of my life when it needed to be a part of my life, and it no longer suits me and no longer fits my lifestyle. I've learned what I had to learn with that. Honestly, I feel like I kind of grew so much because people talked about me, because people perceived me in certain ways. So I had to make sure that I was so confident in myself that their words didn't affect me, because if they said something about me, I was so confident that I was like, no, that's not true, because I know me, I know who I am, and what you're saying is false. I would never take it back. I don't regret doing it, but I won't go back because it no longer suits me, no longer suits my life, and I'm happy where I'm at now. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video and if you want to support me and my channel, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back next week with another video. Thank you so much for being here. Love you.